So in this video, we're going to address an issue that we get a lot of support calls on. Probably about once or twice a week, we will get a support call or email come in saying that Who's Next is not remembering a user's settings. And what I mean by that is a lot of times users will log into Who's Next and turn certain features on or off. So for example, they might go to Tools, Program Options, and turn on some features. You know, they want to enable sorting, or the auto logon features turn on, or just certain features that they already have enabled or disabled. Or for example, you might go under the column chooser button and select a certain field you want to display all the time. Or you actually might go into like your sign out options here to your customize and kind of turn on your customized features. Well, a lot of times whenever you close out of Who's Next and go back into it, it will remember your settings. But every so often, a user will contact us and say, you know, Who's Next is not remembering my settings. So every time I log into Who's Next, I have to turn these features on again. And they think it's a software issue. Well, Who's Next is actually working fine. The problem isn't with the software. The problem is with your Windows user's account, okay? So before I get into that, let's back up even further, okay? Whenever I close Who's Next, what it does right there is it's automatically writing your settings to a file on your local computer, okay? How I get to there is, let me show you where that file is, okay? So I'm gonna go to my computer and I'm gonna go to the C drive. Okay, now there is a folder right here that's called ProgramData. Okay, this is a special Windows folder. Now sometimes you may not actually see this folder. Okay, if you don't see it, the quickest way to do is put your cursor right here in the address bar and just type in ProgramData. So it's going to look like C drive, C colon backslash ProgramData, and then hit enter, and then that will pop up. So you can do that automatically even if it's a hidden folder. Okay, once you get to the ProgramData folder, there's a folder for us called Blue Eon Solutions. That's our company. And then you're going to go under underscore settings, Who's Next, options, and then depending on which component you're running this on, it would be either under the main for the counter receptionist component, sign-in station, or lobby display. Okay, if I go under main, there's three files in here. There's a data source.xml, program options.xml, and program settings.xml. The way Who's Next is designed is every time you close the program, it will write your settings to these two files here, the program options and program settings, okay? You notice right now I just closed it out and notice it just updated the time with 3:43, okay, today, August the 10th, all right? Now, here's the problem. Sometimes your Windows account does not have rights to this folder. What I mean by that is whenever Who's Next closes, it tries to write those settings to these files, but because your Windows account does not have the correct permissions, the software will not be able to write to these files. Okay, because they cannot write to these files, the next time you log into Who's Next, the software will read what's already here and load those settings. Okay, so that's why it's looking like it's not remembering your settings, is because your Windows account does not have rights to update these two files. Okay, how to solve that is what you'll do is you'll go to the main folder like I am right here. So again, the URL or the path is C colon backslash ProgramData Blue Eon Solutions underscore settings Who's Next options. Okay, and then main or sign-in station or lobby display, depending on which component. Now, what I recommend is contact your IT department, and this is what they'll do. They're going to give you they should give you full rights to this folder, okay? And I say the word should because there's really nothing that you or the user can do to this folder, okay? You can't really mess anything up. You're not looking at anything that you should be looking at. Most of the data is encrypted anyway. So like, for example, if you go into the data source file and look at that, it has a database information in it, but it's encrypted. Okay, so really giving the user full admin rights to this folder doesn't really harm anything. They can't go in there and really mess anything up. Okay, so what we recommend is contacting your IT department and ask them to give you full rights permissions to this folder. And how they would do that is they'll right click, they'll go to properties, security, and then from here go and change your appropriate permissions for this folder. Okay, and when they do that, it will automatically, the permissions should automatically roll over to these three files. So again, Whenever you start Who's Next and you close out and it's not remembering your settings, it's not the software, it's your Windows account. And so what we recommend is contact your IT department, have them come to this path or this folder and change your security settings so that you have full rights, admin rights to this folder. Okay, try that. If you have any questions, let me know. Contact us. Send an email to support@whos-next.com, and we can assist you with that. Okay. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.